Good morning students. Again in this chapter linear equation two variables, we are trying to understand the graphical method of solving the equations. We have other three methods also for solving an equation, but now we are continuing with the graphical method for solving the linear equations. In exercise 3.2, again we have the graphical method for solving the equations. Okay. I explained you in last lecture that if two equations are there, linear equations are in the form of ax plus by plus c is equal to 0. Or if two equations are there, so we can find by finding the ratio of the constant of coefficients of x and y at the constant value, whether they are intersecting, parallel or unique. And I think you know about it that these lines are parallel to each other. I explained in last lecture that if the lines are parallel, the condition is a1 upon a2 is equal to b1 upon b2 is not equal to c1 upon c2. Or in case the lines are intersecting to each other, so the condition is a1 upon a2 is not equal to b1 upon b2. And the third condition, when the lines are coincide with each other, it means though both are on the same line, both having the same line, so the condition is a1 upon a2 is equal to b1 upon b2 is equal to c1 upon c2. So I am not going to explain you again. This was the last time, in last lecture I explained. Now in the exercise 3.2, this is again a very easy exercise of this chapter. The first question is, form the pair of linear equations in the following problems and find the solutions for graphically. It means you should know how can we form the equations. So by reading the question, it is very important that you should know how can we form the equations. Like the first question, first part. 10 students of class 10th took part in a mathematics quiz. So note is there that 10 students are there in the class. If the number of girls are 4 more than the number of boys, here is the relation between the number of girls and the number of boys. Find the number of the boys and the girls who took part in a quiz. So now we have to find the number of girls and the number of boys. So let take two variables x and y are the number of girls and the number of boys. So we can say that let the number of girls is equal to x. It can be x, it can be y, it doesn't matter. And again the number of boys. So since we have to find the two values, the number of girls and the number of boys, so we can say that the number of girls is x and the number of boys is y. It doesn't matter if you take the number of boys as x and number of girls as y, it doesn't matter. So in the question it is given that the 10 students are there. Suppose in your class, if 10 students are there and you know the number of girls are x and the number of boys are y, so it means the girls plus boys is equal to 10. The number of girls, according to question, we can write down that x plus y is equal to 10. The number of girls plus the number of boys is equal to 10. Total 10 students are there, in which x are girls and the boys are y. And the second equation, if the number of girls is 4 more than the number of boys, these are the girls and these are the boys. Let's take one example. Suppose in your class there are 6 girls and 2 boys. So how many girls, you know that the 4 more girls are there than the boys. So if the number of girls is 4 more than the boys, if we add the 4 towards the side of boys, then it will become equal. मैं आपसे कह रही हूँ कि गर्ल्स बॉयज से 4 ज़्यादा है, 4 ज़्यादा है, तो यानी कि अगर आप बॉयज को भी 4 ऐड कर दो तो दे बिकम इक्वल. सो these are the girls which is actually 4 more than. So it means we can add 4 to the number of boys so that they become equal. Now the x is equal to y plus 4. This is the second equation. This is the equation second. So now we have two equations and we have to solve it graphically. So how we will solve it graphically? First we have to make the table like this. I explained in last lecture and again I am going to explain you how can you make the table for making the graph. So x and y, x plus y is equal to 10. So we can take any value, like we can find out x is equal to 10 minus y, or we can find out y is equal to x minus 10, 10 minus x. तो it doesn't matter. आप x निकाल रहे हो, y निकाल दो, कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता है. Suppose आप x निकाल रहे हो, तो x कितना होगा? 10 minus y. Now you can put the value of y here to find out the value of x. Suppose we put the value y is equal to 1. If you put the value y is equal to 1, we will get x is equal to 10 minus 1 equal to 9. X will be equal to 9. Same as if we put the value y is equal to 2, we will get the value x is equal to how much? 10 minus 2, it will be 8. Again you are putting the value x is equal to y is equal to 3, then x will be equal to 7. So at least three values should be there for graphical method. So this is the table for the first equation. And again we are going to find the table for the other equation. Okay, I think I have a very small board. So if x is equal to y plus 4, then we are going to make a table here like this. Now we put the value of y here. If we put the value y1, then x will be, if y is equal to 1, then x will be 1 plus 4, it will be equal to 5. If we put the value y is equal to 2, so any value you can take like 1, 2, 3, 4. So x, if we put the y is equal to 2 like this, then x is equal to 2 plus 4, it will be 6. And if we put the y is equal to 3, the value will be 3 plus 4, it will be 7. So first of all, by both the equations, first thing is you have to make the equation. Second thing is you have to make the table for the equations. And then you can draw the graph by these tables. So I am going to rub this board. You can pause my video and then you can write down all the things, all the values which are there on the board. Okay. So I am going to make a graph here. Since I have a very small board, but I am trying to do my best. So on the x-axis I need the value up to the 9. So I think I can take the value like I can take the 1 centimeter as a 2 unit. It means 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. It depends on your graph paper. Then what scale will you use for drawing the graph. So on the y-axis we need, okay, again on the y-axis I am also taking the difference as a 2 differences. So again, it doesn't matter what scale you are using here. It can be 1 centimeter is equal to 1, it can be 1 centimeter is equal to 2, it can be 1 centimeter is equal to 5. It depends on the values you have taken in your table. So for the first graph, where x plus y is equal to 10, we have to take the value 9 and 1. On the x-axis we have to move 9, on the y-axis 1. So 9 is here and the 1 is here. So this is the point, 9 and 1. Second one, 8 and 2. So first we have to see the x and we have then the y. This is called the axis and this is the ordinate. So first of all we will see the x-axis and then the y-axis. Then we need to find out the coordinate 8 and 2. So 8 is here and 2 is here. So this will be like this. And 7 and 3. 7 and 3. Okay. So first you will move on the x-axis and then on the y-axis. So you can use a scale and a graph paper for making the accurate graph, but this is a rough graph. Okay, and for the second graph, this graph is for x plus y is equal to 10. So you can write down the equation along with the graph. So for the second graph, 5 and 1. 5 on the x-axis we have to move 5 and 1 on the y-axis. 6 and 2. Okay, these are the coordinates. Axis are ordinate. 6 and 2. 6 and 2. It will be here. 7 and 3. There is 7 and 3. It will be here. So this graph is like this. So where these two graphs intersect each other, it will be the value of x and y. So again write down the equation with this graph, that is x is equal to y plus 4. You know? So this was the second equation. So where these graph will meet will be the solution of the graph. So these both the lines are meted at the point 7 and 3. It means this is the value of x and y. X is 7 and y is 3. So by making the graph you can find out the value of x and y. Two variables. So the x is equal to 7 and y is equal to 4. जहाँ पे दोनों ग्राफ आपस में इंटरसेक्ट होते हैं वही x और y की वैल्यूज हैं. जैसे आपने कहा कोऑर्डिनेट्स कहाँ पे इंटरसेक्ट होने हैं 7 और 3 पर. So the value of x is 7 and the value of y is 3. So this is the first question of your NCERT book, exercise 3.2, and again you can pause video and then can write all the things which are there on the board. So I'm going to rub the board now for the another question. So graphical method is really very easy method, and you solve graphically if there is written the question that you have to solve it graphically. Otherwise there are another methods or more easier method for solving any question. Now the second part of the first question is 5 pencil and 7 pens together cost rupees 50, and 7 pencil and 5 pens together can cost rupees 46. So you have to find the cost of 1 pencil and 1 pen. Suppose the cost price of 1 pencil is 5 rupees. So let the CP of 1 pencil is equal to x. So the cost of 1 pencil is x and the cost of 1 pen is y, suppose. Okay. So we have to take two variables x and y, and basically जो भी क्वेश्चन में पूछा होता है आप उसको वेरिएबल्स ले सकते हो. आपको कॉस्ट पूछा गया है पेन की और पेंसिल्स की, आप उसको एक्स और वाई ले सकते हो. अगेन इट डजंट मैटर कि विच वैल्यू यू आर टेकिंग एज एक्स एंड विच वन एज अ वाई. सो अकॉर्डिंग टू क्वेश्चन 5 pencil and 7 pens. अब just think about it. If the cost of 1 pencil is x, what will be the cost of 5 pencil? It will be 5x. And if the cost of 1 pen is y, then what is the cost of 7 pens? It will be 7y is equal to how much? 50 rupees. So this is the first equation. Second one is 7 pencil, 5 pen together cost rupees 46. Now the cost of 7 pencil will be 7x and the 5 pens will be 5y is equal to how much? It is 46. So this is the second equation. The most important thing is first you have to make the equation for any situation. Now the second step is you have to make the table for making a graph. Again, by this first equation we can see that 5 is equal to 50 minus 7y, and 5 को नीचे ले जाते हैं तो x is equal to आ जाएगा 50 minus 7y upon 5. Now you can put the different values of y so that you can find the values of x. So you can choose any value for y. Otherwise आप ऐसी वैल्यूज चूज करना जिसमें ये फ्रैक्शन ना आए, और कोशिश ये करना कि फ्रैक्शंस ना आए. So first of all I am taking the value like 0. So I am taking the value y as a 0, and then what will you do? You have to put the value here in this part. तो आपने y की जगह 0 रखा, 7 into 0 0 हो गया, तो 50/5 कितना आ जाएगा? 10. Again the next value I am taking like 5. So now y is equal to 5. It will be 50 minus 7 into 5, है ना. आपने क्या करा? आपने y की जगह इस बार 5 ले लिया. मैंने आपसे बोला आपको कोशिश करना है आप ऐसी वैल्यूज पुट करें जिसमें आपको फ्रैक्शन ना मिले बल्कि होल नंबर्स मिले. उससे आपको ग्राफ ड्रॉ करने में थोड़ा आसान हो जाता है. कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता, अगर फ्रैक्शन आप ड्रॉ कर सकते हो तो इट्स अप टू यू. तो आपने 5 रखा है, यहाँ पे कितना आ जाएगा? 50 minus 7 5 is 35. 35 upon 5. 50 minus 35, it will be 15 upon 5. It means 3. So again I am taking the value like 10. Yes, I can 10. It will be 50 minus 70 upon 5 minus 20 upon 5. You can solve it in your notebook. Actually I have a very small board, so I don't have a lot of space to writing all the things here. So I am explaining you. You can write down in your notebooks, or it's really easy. आपने क्या करना है? आपने y की वैल्यू पुट करनी है, उससे x निकालना है. So अब हमने रखा है यहाँ पे 10. 50 minus 70 upon 5 minus 20 upon 5, it will be minus 4. So this is one of the table. Now make the another table for the second equation. Again you can find out the value of x or either the y. So again I am in this part I am taking the value, I am finding the value y. You know because 7 upon में जाएगा तो फ्रैक्शन में डिवाइड करना थोड़ा मुश्किल हो जाता है, और 5 upon में जाएगा तो it's become easy to divide it. So it is 46 minus 7x upon 5. Okay, 7x इधर ले गए माइनस में और 5 को लिया as a denominator. Now put the different values of x so that you can find out the value of y. So what values we should put here? 7 पॉइंट्स में आता है. ओके कोई बात नहीं, चलिए पॉइंट्स में ले लेते हैं. 0 लेके भी पॉइंट्स में आएगा. So first take the value x as a 0. Then what is the value of y here? देखो यहाँ पे रख के देखिए 7 के साथ 0 कितना आएगा 46 minus 0.5. It will be 5 9 जा 45.2. Okay. Now the next value I am taking like I am taking the x as a 3. So again you can take any value of x 1 2 3 4. So if I am putting the value 3 here, 7 3s are 21. 46 minus 21 will be, it will be 25. 25.5 will be 5. Okay. 21. 46 minus 21 upon 5. 46 minus 21 will be 25.5. Okay. It's okay. 5. And then we can put the value 6. So by putting the value 6, we will get 7 6 42. 46 minus 42 upon 5. It will be 4 upon 5. Yes. So 0.8. So now we will draw the graph for the equation. So again, after making the table, you can draw the graph. You will draw the graph on the graph paper. So this is the Cartesian plane. You know this is called the x-axis and this one is the y-axis. We represent it x dash and y dash. This is the origin. Towards this side these values are positive, towards this side this is negative, towards in the upper side it is positive, in the downward side it is negative. So for this table I can take the value as, I can take the 1 centimeter as 2 units, 6, 8, 10. So it doesn't matter what scale you are using here. You can use the scale as 1 centimeter is equal to 1, or you can take the table like 1 centimeter is equal to 2 units. Again on the y-axis 2, 4, 6, 8 and 10. So first we will draw the graph of this table. On the x-axis 10, on the y-axis is 0. So on the x-axis we have to move 10. It is 10 and the y-axis it is 0. It means this is the coordinate. This is 10 and 0. 5 and 3. 3 and 5 sorry. So on the x-axis it is 3. On the y-axis it is 5. This one. Minus 4 and 10. So towards this side we know the values are negative. Minus 4 and then 10. It will be like here. So we can join these points by using a scale, since I don't have any scale, so I am not using the scale here. So this graph is for the equation 5x plus 7y is equal to 50. And again we will draw the graph for the second equation. So on the x-axis 0, on the y-axis 9.2, x-axis 0, y-axis 9.2. It will be here. We take 1 centimeter as a 2 unit and we know that in a small box, in a 1 centimeter there is 10 divisions. It means the one small division representing the 0.2 values. Since this value is 2 and it has 10 division, then divided by 10. So the small box representing 0.2. So for finding where is the value 9.2, we can easily find out by using this one, that the small box representing the 0.2. So 9.2, 0 with 9.2, 3 and 5. Here is 3 and here is the 5. Okay, the same point. 6 and 0.8. X-axis 6 and the y-axis 0.8. 0.8 means the fourth box from the bottom. So join these points by using your scale. So I don't have any scale, so I have to draw like this. So again write down the equation with the graph. Plus 5 is equal to 40. This is the another equation. Now again I explained you that where these two graphs meet is the solution of the equation. So these two graphs meet at this point. It means the solution is 3 and 5. It means the cost of one pencil is equal to 3 and the cost of one pen is equal to 5. So this is the question. This is the second part of the question. In the second question, on comparing the ratio, find out whether the linear equation representing the following pairs of the linear equation intersecting at a point line intersecting at a point are parallel or coincident. For the parallel, we know that intersect at a point, you have to say whether the line will be intersecting, whether they are parallel or whether they are coincident with each other. So I explained you in the last lecture that by comparing the ratio, that is A1 upon A2 is equal to B1 upon B2 and C1 upon C2. By comparing this ratio, we can find out whether the equations are intersecting, parallel or coincident. So if A1 upon A2 is equal to B1 upon B2 is equal to C1 upon C2. So you should know that what type of graph will be it. It will be a coincide line, yes. And if A1 upon A2 is equal to B1 upon B2 and is not equal to C1 upon C2, this condition is for, it is for parallel line, yes. Parallel line means no solution. Coincide line means infinite number of solutions. If the condition is A1 upon A2 is not equal to B1 upon B2, it means this representing the intersecting line. An intersecting line will have one solution like this. So in second question, you have to compare the values, or by comparing the coefficient of x and y and the constant value, we can find out whether the lines are intersecting, parallel or coincident. So this is the question number second. Or if you have any doubt in this question, you can ask me in a Zoom class. Okay, now the third question. In the third question, you have to say that whether the equations are consistent or inconsistent. Okay. Both these lines that are the coincide lines and the intersecting lines, they are the consistent. They have the solutions. And this parallel line is called inconsistent. It has no solution. So again, you have to remember it that the intersecting lines and coincide lines are consistent and parallel line is inconsistent. It has no solution. So in question number 3, you have to say whether the equations are consistent. Consistent will be coincide or intersecting or inconsistent. So by comparing the coefficients of the x and y, we can find, like I am going to explain the question number third. Third question, third part. I am explaining you this part because it is in fraction and most of the students get problem in fraction. So this is the third part, the third question. The equation is 3 upon 2x plus 5 upon 3y is equal to 7. Second equation is 9x minus 10y is equal to 14. So you can take any value as a1, any value as a2, b1, b2. So it doesn't matter which value you are taking as a a1, b1 and which values are a2, b2. It means it doesn't matter which equation is first and which equation is second. So suppose this is the first equation. So we will say that a1 is equal to 3 upon 2, b1 is equal to 5 upon 3 and the c1 is equal to 7. And suppose this is the second equation. So a2 will be 9, b2 will be minus 10. Again you have to put the value with sign and c2 will be 40. So I am going to compare the ratios. So first a1 upon a2. Okay. It means 3 upon 2 divided by. So it becomes easy if you write down in the form of divided by. आप अपॉन में रखें या डिवाइडेड बाय कहें, बात तो एक ही होती है. तो अपॉन में रख के बच्चे बहुत कंफ्यूज हो जाते हैं, बहुत गलतियां कर जाते हैं. तो इजी मेथड क्या है कि आपने क्या करना है, आप ये कर दीजिए कि a1 डिवाइडेड बाय a2, इट मींस 3.2 डिवाइडेड बाय 9. अब तो आपको आता है कि if you want to convert the division into multiplication, you have to reciprocal the next term. 3.2 multiplied by 1 upon 9, it will be 1 upon 6. Okay. Again finding the value b1 upon b2. The b1 is 5 upon 3. So again I am writing like this, divided by minus 10. It will be 5 upon 3 multiplied by 1 upon minus 10. It is minus 1 upon 6. Okay. And the c1 upon c2 is equal to 7 upon 14. It's easy. 1 upon 2. So in this part, we can't say that a1 upon a2 is equal to b1 upon b2 because it is positive and this one is negative. So we can say that a1 upon a2 is not equal to b1 upon b2. Okay? Since it is positive, it is negative. It doesn't matter that they have the same values, but the sign are opposite. So they are different. So it means it is a unique solution and the unique solution is a consistent equation. So this is the question number 3. In question number 4, which of the following periodic linear equations are consistent, inconsistent? If consistent, obtain the solution graphically. So again, by comparing the ratio a1 upon a2, b1 upon b2 and c1 upon c2, you will find whether the equations are consistent or inconsistent. If the equations are consistent, it means if they are parallel, if they are coincide or intersecting, then find the solutions graphically. So you have to again make the graph. Like मैंने जैसे आपको थोड़ी देर पहले बताया था कि आपने ग्राफ कैसे बनाना है, आपने क्या करना है, इक्वेशंस के फिर ग्राफ ड्रॉ करना है. It has 4 parts. So I think you will do this one. And in next lecture, I will explain you the question number 5th, 6th and the 7th of 3.2. Okay, bye.